Hey, do you guys like nudes? Cool, me too. A couple weeks ago before I went to surgery, I did an unboxing and try on for Black Moon Cosmetics, which I fell in love with their brand. I think their stuff is great. One of the side notes that I made was, oh, I wish that they have nude lipstick. Guess what? They do! After watching my video, they were like, oh yeah, we do have nude lipsticks. Here, let us just send you the whole collection. So here we are, doing another video for Black Moon Cosmetics, and I'm not gonna complain. One, because I love nudes, and two, because I love Black Moon Cosmetics. Cool, can we try this all on together, my boys? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have one extra guy. So like all the nudes are in white packaging, and then this boy, this is a brand new one that came out. So let's just start off with this one. This one is called Castle. So we'll look at the packaging really fast. I'm not gonna dive too deep in on the packaging this time around, just because I did a full video about Black Moon Cosmetics, and one of the main things that I was talking about was their packaging. But in case you haven't seen that, I'll just briefly kind of go over it. So their packaging, their branding is really, really beautiful. So this is a classic kind of image that they're using. So it's kind of like this like fantasy London cityscape, and this is all in metallic right here. And then you get like a night sky, and then their crescent moon up here. Their line is very like, kind of like fantasy goth, but like not the type of fantasy that's cheesy. It's very like, whimsical. It's, oh, hello. Okay, so Castle, it looks like a silver boy right here. Okay, let's take off what I have right now. In case you're wondering, I am wearing Marshmallow from Lime Crime at the moment. And I'll take it off with my handy dandy makeup wipe. Yay! I know I promised I wouldn't go too far into the packaging, but I just want to point out on this guy, if you look really closely, you can see a little crescent moon on there. This little moon kind of pops up every once in a while. It's not on every single lipstick bullet that they have. It's just like, maybe it's just a newer thing that they're doing. I don't know, but it's like a super secret fun thing. Vanilla. Oh, Jesus! Wow. Okay, can I tell you guys, when I first pulled this out, I was a little concerned because I thought it was gonna be like a bright, like very light silver platinum lipstick, which would not look good on me. As I put it on, I realized it was almost, it's very chrome. It's very like Final Fantasy 15 Regalia or something like that. So this was a better choice. This is definitely leaning a little bit more toward like Batman colors, like black and also sometimes very, very dark gray. The coverage on it is great. There's only a little bit of shine, which I think is great. Metallics on the lips is not like, I'm not huge on it. I know it's pretty popular right now. Like metallics are, you know, they're making their rounds. I think this metallic is definitely playing it a little bit on the safe side with the color, the amount of shine that it has. Like it's wearable, you know? This is something that you could still wear on a date or something like that, because it's very close to black. It's gray. It's a unique color. So that was Castle. Now let's go ahead and dive into the nude palette that we have here. The first one that I want to open up that my dog had to get to first. This one is called Morning, not like Sunday morning, like I'm in mourning. Ooh, this looks like a pretty boy. Okay, so it looks like more of kind of like a little bit on the cooler side, but a little bit more of like a neutral with a little bit of a pink tone. It's a little bit more orange when I pull it out. Oh yes. Oh, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. One thing that I want to mention from Black Moon Cosmetics, especially with their lipsticks, is their color payoff is absolutely wonderful. You'll notice every time I'm putting on a lipstick, it's one color application, one use of the doe foot. It's really, really just, God, it just glides on. Great color payoff, just like, you only have to go over it once, which I really love. I think there's a lot of companies out there who are doing these like liquid lipsticks who can't get the formula right? There are a lot of makeup companies out there that are trying to do the liquid lipstick, but you know, don't quite get the formula right. There's a lot of lipsticks out there that are very just watery, they're very translucent and not buildable, which is not a good thing. So the great thing about these lipsticks is they are, they're thick, but not too thick. They have great color payoff, they're breathable, they have a great texture to it, just everything all around. Like this is just a great lipstick to have. And this one that I'm wearing right now, Morning, I would highly recommend this for anybody who's a freelance makeup artist. Like this would be a great lipstick to put on a bride, or maybe somebody who's doing senior photos or something like that. But of course it's been a long time since I've actually been in the freelance makeup industry. But those are just kind of the thoughts that I have behind it, because I know a lot of makeup artists watch these reviews to kind of get a good insight on the colors before they buy it. The next one we have is Bones, and I did see this on their website and it did look really, ooh, yes. It looks a little bit more on the cashmere side. Now this is leaning a little bit more toward like a pink or a purple. It is very cool toned. Oh yes, oh that's so pretty. I will be honest, this formula is just a tad different. Now this is quite a lighter color. However, I noticed it was a little bit more washy. However, the formula is still buildable, so that's good. I'm not getting any sort of like texture as I'm adding. I'm not getting any sort of like pilling as I'm going over it. I'm gonna go over it one more time. Yeah, so that's buildable, so that's a good thing. It's just a little bit more like, a little bit more translucent. It's not quite, what's the word I'm looking, just opaque. As I'm adding more, it's kind of changing color just a little bit. So you see how purple it kind of looks, but it's still like a very pretty nude. This is a very unique nude. This one is called Gloom, and I'll just take a minute to show the packaging because I forgot before. Okay, so this packaging for the nude collection is just a little bit different. We get this kind of like gnarly Tim Burton tree right here, and then this little sycamore tree on the side here with some kind of like dead foliage here. It reminds me a little bit more of, it's kind of like on this like Alice in Wonderland vibe. It's very, still on that line of being very ethereal, very magical, very like inviting. It reminds me of like the Brothers Grimm, things like that. The rest of it is just white, and then down here, ooh, look at that. So we have a moth kind of sitting on a moon and some kind of like sky jellyfish, look at that. So we have a little bit more of like a unique piece of like artwork that's on these boxes, and it's nice to kind of see just a little, like a little something different. Ooh, this is a different nude. So Gloom looks, first glance, it looks like almost kind of like a true nude. Let me just pull it out of here. It definitely leans a little bit more on the brown side from what I'm seeing. It's probably gonna end up being a little bit darker. I'm expecting it to be kind of like on an orange side, like maybe more of like a burnt sienna. Yep, it's a little bit more brown. If you guys have seen any of my swatching videos in the past, you'll know I'm kind of like afraid of brown tones. It's definitely more on the pink side, right? We're seeing a little bit more, a little bit of warmth, yet there's something about it that is still kind of like on a cool tone. So we're not going like too far to either side of that like cool or warm spectrum. It's not quite sepia either, but I feel like there's a little bit of purple to it as well. So this might be like a brown tone that I'm comfortable with wearing because it's not too brown, right? It's kind of like in the middle. All right, now we have Dusk. Let's see what this one is. Okay, Dusk looks a little bit more warm. It definitely looks very similar to Gloom. Now it's looking a little bit more on that peachy side, a little bit deeper. Wow, okay, so this is actually more of a straight up brown, like a very warm, crispy brown. It is still part of the brown family. This definitely is a little bit more on the burnt sienna side, or kind of like a, it's kind of like an aged photo kind of look. I like that the brown is not too harsh. There's still enough kind of pink pigment in there to give it a little bit more warmth so it's not too brown. Yeah, the more I look at it in the camera, the more I like it. Then I look in the mirror, I think I'm just a little too afraid of brown tones. However, I do like that this is a little bit more like leaning on that like crimson side. There's a little bit of like hints of alizarin in there. It's still pretty. I'm just not a fan of brown. Also, if you're new to Black Moon Cosmetics, I do want to make a side note that they are cruelty-free and vegan, which is absolutely wonderful. Ooh, Willow. Gosh, what is this one? Oh shit. I think this is like a straight up brown. I just feel like I just went in order of like their browns from lightest to darkest. I feel like I have a lot of the same things to say about this color that I did about the past three colors that we did. Gloom and Dusk and Willow. I feel like this trio right here, I feel like they're very, very similar to each other, just like different values. So again, I feel like I just went from like the lightest brown to the darkest brown, or I don't know, we got three more left, so I don't know. And you know what? I actually like this one the most, even though like as I was putting it on, I was kind of freaked out because it was a little bit more brown than the other ones. But there's something about this one. Actually, it looks a little more like there's a kind of like a taupe color in there. However, it is still very warm. For some reason, I actually like this color when it's on, but it's kind of a brown color, is it not? You know, I think that's another special thing about Black Moon Cosmetics is they have a lot of very unique colors. I think that, you know, every makeup company under the sun has like a black, a blue, their nudes and everything like that. But I will say every time I put on a Black Moon Cosmetics lipstick, I find myself kind of surprised that it's a color and a tone that I have not seen in another makeup company before. So that is something that I want to commend them on, is I think that they have strived to create some very unique colors that are not on the market yet. So we have 3 left. This one is called Illusion. Illusion. Okay, this is leaning a little bit more toward where the safe side, where I feel most accepted. This one has a moon on it too, so this is kind of what I'm talking about. So you can see here, I don't know, I feel like I'm part of like a mystery right now. You can see here, there's a little like plastic crescent moon on this bullet, but like there's not one on the other bullets. So like what makes the ones... I'm just curious on like why some of them actually have the moon and some of them don't. Like, do I win a prize? Okay, so Illusion looks like it's leaning a little bit more on the safe side of like what I'm used to with nudes, which I love nude lipsticks, anything that's like neutral and light for my pale ass white girl skin. Ooh, this looks pretty. Yes, Kelly likes this, yes. Yes. I love this lipstick. This is such a complete contrast from Bones. Bones was that really light, really pale, very cool toned, and this is just completely warm tone. So I feel like these two are like each other's evil twin sisters, right? So they're just complete polar opposites in terms of being on the spectrum of nudes. So this one reminds me a lot of MAC came out with a collab with Lady Gaga. It was called Viva Glam Gaga 2. If you guys don't know, Viva Glam is the MAC charity program for AIDS and HIV. Every time you buy a Viva Glam lipstick, 100% of that profit goes toward that charity. It's a great thing that they do, and they've always done that, collabing with a celebrity every year. They collabed with Lady Gaga for the second time. I think that was around 2010, and her color was like this beautiful, really warm, beautiful nude. So it reminds me a lot of this color. It's a nice, like, summer peachy color, but it's not too orange. It's very 10 out of 10 would recommend. So we have Rath and Libra left, and I am vaguely familiar with these guys because the first time that I came across Black Moon Cosmetics, I did get these colors. However, it's been a while since I've actually worn them, so it's nice to revisit these colors, and I wonder if they've changed the formula, because Libra is looking a little different than when I originally had it. Interesting. It's not how I remember it. Though, honestly, I doubt they changed their formula. Maybe I just forgot. This is a beautiful color. I love this color. Okay, I want to say that Libra is their nice, like, this should be like in the middle of their nude spectrum, because it's like that kind of like, this is like the wedding color, right? It's a nude, but it's sort of, it's like right in between being warm or cool. It's kind of like, it could lean either way. It's really pretty. It's really soft, yet still kind of makes a really nice impact. Yeah, look at that. And then last but not least, we have Rath. Let me get this off. Okay, this looks like, did they change formula? Because I have my old Rath right here. It looks like they changed just a little bit. Can y'all see? Am I crazy? This is the old one, this is the new one. It looks like the old one's a little bit brown, but you know what? I could be crazy, and I could just be just saying what I want to say. Oh, hello. Beautiful. Actually, this is a really beautiful color. Ooh, this is nice. This is a nice color to end on as well. So this one definitely is a little bit more cool toned. I feel like this is a really nice color. And you can also, like, I put it on really thick. You don't have to put it on that thick. A lot of people like to, let me just show you. A lot of people like to use their finger and like maybe take a dollop of the formula and kind of smear it around a little bit more. And that way it also isn't as drying. Yeah. So you see how much softer this is now? So I just wanted to show you guys that, just to show that these lipsticks also have a little bit of variety on how you wear them. You don't have to just dunk in, take a whole doe foot and just kind of smear it on and build it and build it and build it. I definitely do that a lot just because I like a lot of product. I like it to last a long time, but you can definitely go for a softer look by kind of like dabbing your finger on the doe foot, kind of taking a little bit of that formula and kind of smearing it around. This is also kind of like a good way to see how the lipstick looks over time, you know, like as you're eating, as you're talking, as you're hopefully kissing, LOL, probably not, how the lipstick kind of wears off and what kind of color it becomes. And it's still very true to the color that, you know, we originally put it on. It's definitely lighter, it's not quite as dark, but it still has that warmth to it. And that's really nice. Yeah, Even the brown ones that I'm not particularly like comfortable wearing or like I'm not a big fan of, I think they were still like a unique color, great formula, great wear, great color payoff. They were all just really, really great. So yeah, I mean, what more is there to say? Black Moon Cosmetics, you guys knock it out of the park. Their eyeshadow palette right here, I've been using it like every day. This is the best eyeshadow palette I think I've had maybe ever. I mean, I personally love all the nudes and the neutrals. I love that it's all matte. The color payoff is great. I've just been using this every single day. I'm wearing it on my eyes right now. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend it if you're looking for like a good neutral palette. This is just wonderful to have. Quick note, if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, I'm gonna leave my handle down below and I recommend it. If you guys wanna keep up with videos right now, if you don't know, YouTube is broken again. So if you're signed up for notifications, they're either like not telling you guys about the notification or like something, the link gets lost, or I don't know what's going on right now, but I know that like YouTube is broken and it's making it difficult for us to connect with our subscribers, and I apologize about that. So if you guys do want to keep up with my videos, follow me on Twitter. It's just my name, Kelly Eden. Also, I post memes sometimes, so you know, you're welcome to hang out with me on there. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you are a subscriber, just double check if you're subscribed because, you know, YouTube's broken and just doesn't want us to succeed. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys have a good night. Bye-bye!